Today I invite you in the Royal Museum of Fine Arts in Antwerp to join me in the exhibition What's the Story, second part, curated by Nico van Hout and Erno Vroonen. They invite us to think about the topics like life and death, temptation and storytelling. In the first room, Life and Death, we see how mythology has changed through the ages. Let's first look at the exciting story of Greek mythology in Jacob Jordan's Daughters of Cecrops, discovering Eryctonius. Eryctonius is the serpent child, and this topic was actually a battle painting between Jacob Jordan's and Peter Paul Rubens. You can judge who did it better, but I'm personally impressed with how the serpent child is depicted here. Look at the faces of the daughters. They don't seem impressed at all. Further, we can walk through the Main Florence ceramic sculptures. These hybrid figures, partly human, perhaps even the daughters of Cecrops, partly plants or snakes, feel like survivors of some ancient cataclysm. On the other wall, we find a monumental work by Cathy Heck, Demeron, Twilight, which makes you ask even more questions. She creates her personal myths with grotesque faces of her family and friends. Whose eggs are these? And are they not from the snakes? Mostly Cathy Heck leaves it a mystery. In an interview, she said, "Oh, I just wanted to paint eggs and I did it." Cathy Heck's world isn't about victory, it's about unresolved chaos. Her figures are caught mid-action in a barbaric scene with a beheaded person. Next to this, we find Jan Massey's Judith, a female hero who saved her people by seducing Holofernes and beheading him. This leads us to the second room, temptation. Here, desire is reclaimed and redefined by three female Belgian artists, Evelyn Axel, Annemie van Kerkhoven and Lilian Vertessen. We start with a seductive self-portrait of Evelyn Axel, bursting with vibrant color and raw confidence. This isn't temptation as a trap, it's temptation as a triumph. She explores female emancipation in a male-dominated world. Annemie van Kerkhoven's multimedia work Backwards is like stepping into a lucid dream. It drifts between an image of the body and digital abstraction. There is also a series of printed works where you can question whether the text helps you understand it better or makes it even more difficult. Lilian Vertessen uses her own body as an artistic medium. Her works blur the line between performance and reality. Her neon-lit portraits evoke strip club and glossy pin-up culture. But she's in control here. The vamp, the Lolita, the seductress, she's all of them and none of them. The next room is about storytelling. Constant Permekes, The man with the jacket is pure and timeless. Also featured are the works of Joseph Legrand, whose pictorial sculptures turn the concept of story on its head. Figures hover in moments of suspense framed by cryptic texts. Are these characters at the start of the journey or the end? Legrand doesn't tell us. You decide. His works challenge you to become the storyteller, filling in gaps with your own imagination. It's a masterclass in the power of ambiguity. He combines graphic material and digital editing. But then you encounter Rinus van der Velde's storm-tossed ship, and suddenly the sea is surging around you. In this huge charcoal drawing, Van der Velde puts himself at the center of the action, scrubbing the deck of a ship piloted by his gallerist Tim van Laere. It's an art world allegory packed with wit, irony, and the biting truth that even artists are at the mercy of larger forces. What's the Story is not just an exhibition, it's an experience. Placing the contemporary works next to the older works, we see that life and death are not just a contrast of each other, and temptation and storytelling is not always straightforward.